Hello everybody, welcome in. It's Laura from Tenacious Taurus Twin Flame Tarot, and this is going to be the general daily collective message. Keep in mind, timing and energy is fluid, and because this is a general collective message, this is not sign specific, but I will call out zodiac signs that I do feel need mentioning throughout the reading. I want to talk about the astrology briefly, because today we have Mercury sextile Saturn. And so I just feel a lot of grounded movement forward collectively. I was shown like a sacred contract, the signing of a new contract. So I think there's going to be a lot of new opportunities opening up for many of us within the collective when it comes to service work, when it comes to our mission work, our service work. I just feel a lot of rewards when it comes to spiritual career-based energies. So let's see what needs to come through with the cards today. I'm going to pull today from the Spiritual Journey Oracle deck, and we'll see what other energies need to come through collectively. So we get complacency with aloneness. And so we are like days away from Pluto entering into Aquarius. And so we are in like the sludge of finding our drive and our determination to push through some very heavy challenges. And so a lot of people in the collective have been stuck and complacent, myself included. I went into, you know, some old patterns over the holidays, and I fell back and I was complacent. I was stuck. I had no drive. And so it happens to the best of us, right? So we need to recognize why we're kind of put in like a holding cell is the energy. So I feel that's that Pluto and Capricorn energy, a need to embrace stepping into a new situation and releasing fear surrounding letting the old go away, because a lot of us have been feeling alone, which is the Hermit energy. The Hermit was coming through, channeling the energies today, but I feel peace is around the corner. We need to learn how to love who we are. And how can we love who we are if we don't take that time to get to know ourselves and to go within and be alone for a while, right? And so loneliness doesn't really exist when you're alone if you enjoy your own company and if you've done the integration work of learning the lessons and, you know, befriending your fear and your shadow self. So let's see what other messages need to come through for a daily message today for the collective. Energies in and around the collective today. Somebody here is a gifted healer. And I think it's just maybe time to take a step back. I feel an energy, maybe this complacent, stuck energy is a need to kind of just take a step back to cut some cords. Sometimes we kind of got to pull back a little bit to be propelled forward. So they're showing me like an arrow, so a Sagittarius energy. I do feel there's a need to let go of a certain situation, and maybe there's been fear surrounding an ending or a releasing of something for some type of renewal. But I'm speaking to a very gifted healer here that really needs to disconnect from a situation that maybe has been smothering. It feels like a smothering energy. So there's a need to spend some time alone for healing. So you might want to work through any fear-based energy of codependencies. Yeah, there that is, deepening the relationship to self. And so we are evolving as a collective, right? We are preparing to step into a brand new timeline, the age of Aquarius, the age of healing, the age of truth, the age of service, right? And so what do you need to detach from when it comes to releasing this feeling of aloneness, right? I do feel somebody's really been holding on to an old way of life, an old way of being, and the ego, you know, will have a tight grip on us sometimes. So there is a situation here that does need to be released, whether it's work, romantic, friendship, or family. And there also is a higher power at work. So there is definitely a shift when it comes to situationships and karmic cycles. And I do feel you're being asked to show yourself compassion as you prepare to walk on maybe a different timeline from a lot of family and friends. And sometimes we have to part ways, right? And we need to understand that oftentimes we walk different timelines. So as we raise our vibration, certain people just kind of automatically fall away. And to understand that, you know, it's okay for us to go through this split, because sometimes we need to walk different paths and learn different lessons. So I would like to pull with the Kyle Gray deck today. Ooh, Soul Star activation. And so that's like the halo energy. So we are fulfilling and closing out a lot of karmic soul contracts and the energies, and we're remembering who we are, what we came here for. And so we're in this Akashic Stargate, and I do feel this is the shift from the Pluto in Capricorn to the Pluto in Aquarius. And so a lot of us are being realigned to our karmic mission, our karmic purpose. I feel a lot of doorway opportunities are opening, and so we're at that crossroads. And I do believe the fork in the road came out in yesterday's daily message. And so I don't know that there's ever really a wrong path, but sometimes there's detours, and sometimes we can get to our destination the easy way. Sometimes we got to get there the hard way. But I feel there's a lot of remembrance. I'm hearing Merkaba activation. So maybe like just like an overall DNA activation. I just feel like a timeline jump here. So you're likely seeing a lot of number syncs, a lot of signs and syncs. You might even need to get grounded if you're feeling a little bit detached from the body. So we'll see what else needs to come through for the collective today. Earth Star activation, Soul Star activation. I feel the spiraling of energies playing out. And so I feel a lot of ascension, right? And what goes up must come down. And so an ascension spiral, I feel, as we anchor in these new earth timelines. And look at that, the Akashic Gate. And so I just feel, you know, we all play a certain role within the collective consciousness through our human design. And so, you know, some of us go up, we retrieve codes, they travel through other people within the cosmic human design consciousness, and then other people anchor and ground the seeds. So I feel we're on the precipice of a lot of activations. On the bottom of the deck, we get the Divine Matrix with the Stellar Gateway activation. And so we are in a major gateway activation. I feel infinite potential when it comes to ancient memories of Isis and Osiris, ancient Egypt. I do feel there's a divine understanding collectively going on when it comes to the interconnectedness of everything and everyone, and how nothing is coincidental. And I do feel there's like a lot of science and synchronicities bombarding us as we go through this timeline shift. And so we're in like this manifestation vortex is what I'm feeling. So a lot of light immersion, especially as we are heading into the full moon at Leo, which I feel is going to activate those cords being cut, right? To get us unstuck from that complacent energy. It's like breakthrough energy. And so I do feel a lot of inner discovery coming through collectively, a lot of important downloads and information when it comes to our healing work, our healing mission, and gifts being activated. I felt a lot of third eye pressure as well. So let's jump in with the cards and let's see what else needs to come through for a message today. Ooh, Four of Wands reversed, Knight of Swords reversed. And so that's the splitting of the timelines, right? So we're leaving the old earth cycles behind, the old earth foundations, you know, we're leaving the old paradigms of relationships and what relationships mean behind. This could be a very abrupt ending. I do feel a lot of people are lashing out too. There's a lot of projection going on in the collective that I've noticed. And so as we go through this timeline split, there's going to be like very harsh severings, especially when it comes to inaction. So I just feel like the doorway opportunity is also slipping away when it comes to these twin flame unions, because twin flame has been really loud in the collective lately, right? So we're leaving these unhealthy partnerships behind where we can't be our most authentic self. And so a lot of us have been struggling with the dark night of the soul, right? And so to be in our most authentic essence is the most healing energy and the most wonderful gift that we can give the people we're connected to. So maybe it's time to explore some healing work and to, you know, exit a situation that there's a lack of authenticity. There's a lack of healing, right? A lack of you. You know, it's the energy of like, you pour into me, I'll pour into you. And there's a lot of ego here. So the Strength card just fell out. Something about that full moon in Leo. There's going to be like a severing, I feel. So I'm going to set that to the side and we'll clarify that. We get the Wounded Healer. We get the Nine of Wands today. The Two of Wands reversed with the Page of Wands reversed. The Knight of Wands. The Queen of Cups reversed is the central energy. And then we get the Magician, Gemini, Virgo. The Palace of Cups in reverse, which is like the Ace of Cups on steroids. The Three of Cups. Ooh. And the Queen of Swords reversed. And I have to take that because I saw it. And I'm going to pull another card here. And the Fool. So we get, there's that rapid shift in beliefs. I feel somebody quickly exiting a long-time partnership. We've got a feminine here that is very unhappy. I feel maybe even deeply wounded and maybe lashing out emotionally. I feel anger. I do feel third party, and third party can be people, places, and things, right? I just feel a severing. That's the energy coming through, and there's some deep wounds coming to the surface, right? So I just feel, you know, these wounds have been repressed for a while. With the Nine of Wands, with the Two of Wands reversed, there's kind of like a Seven of Wands there going on. Like somebody's really been defensive, I feel. Maybe even, you know, lashing out. This is like projection of some inner child wounding. And I just feel like the opportunities that might have been presented in the past, you know, they're not there anymore, right? And so this is a need to maybe go quickly in a new direction. I just feel somebody here is all over the place, right? I feel this is what we're leaving behind, the old cycles of manifesting, you know, through lust. And, you know, what can this person provide for me? Manifesting through, you know, only, you know, sexual temptation, lustful temptation, right? And so this is where we need to leave self-manipulation behind too. The Queen of Cups reversed, you know, craves love, wants that life partnership, but really isn't emotionally available. And so there's a deeply wounded feminine energy coming through, where I feel there needs to be a release, right? And maybe this is, you know, a lot of us will turn to, you know, physicality within a relationship and call that love to fill a void because we're so afraid to actually go into the heart. I feel there's been masking through, you know, maybe some overindulging here. I just feel like a huge breakthrough is coming for some healing. And we are in the year of healing the divine feminine within the collective, right? And so a lot of feminines have felt repressed, and there might be a lot of lashing out when it comes to this deep understanding of the inequality, right? So we also have to face our own inner demons. I just feel we've got a feminine here severing cords when it comes to maybe a long-standing commitment, and the Taurus is the Hierophant. Somebody here I feel is prayed for guidance. It's prayed for direction for quite some time. And something about Uranus stationing direct on January the 27th. So I feel this energy is building, and there might be a revelation today or a breakdown within a foundation as some truth kind of gets revealed here is kind of what I'm feeling. So I do feel some truth is kind of boiling to the surface, and this has kind of been, you know, stuffed down and repressed for a while when it comes to a certain connection where I feel, you know, maybe this is what you really, maybe you wanted it to be something that it really wasn't. And maybe somebody's really held on and called this, you know, a loving connection because somebody was afraid to be alone and didn't know their worth and their value. We've got a very, I'm going to say wounded feminine energy coming through here where there's no victory here. And I feel there's been a denial of just how emotionally dissatisfied somebody has been here in a situation, and maybe masking with, you know, overindulging behaviors. Materialism could be alcohol, just masking, right? Their fear of independence. And I just feel like the floodgates are opening up here. So let's look into this Queen of Cups reversed, Queen of Swords reversed. We could have two feminines here that are cutting a masculine out that was playing games, but I just feel somebody here has really hoped for a turnaround in a connection. Maybe somebody's really gave it their all, gave, you know, poured their heart and soul into a connection that really hasn't given them anything back in return. And I feel somebody just wants to be loved with the Four of Cups. And I feel there's been avoidance of some truth I was going to say, like, maybe you're closing out a 4-year cycle here. And so there's something about Saturn energy here. And I do feel like this is the precipice, right? There's an activation here. And I feel somebody here has kept themselves stuck in a karmic cycle for fear of maybe an ending, of going into the depths of some heartbreak. And so there's going to be some challenges. There's going to be delays here. I do feel, until somebody realizes that they're kind of deceiving themselves and they've put themselves in some type of self-sabotaging behavior or pattern here that needs to be healed, right? So there needs to be like a long, hard look in the mirror when it comes to a certain situation. And I feel ego has really been a block. And ego can mean fear. So I think somebody here really needs to find their strength to get honest with themselves, right? The Page of Swords, the Queen of Wands, and the King of Wands. I just feel somebody here has been trapped in some type of an illusion, right? And stayed there due to pride, due to ego, right? Nope, this is my person. I think it's time to maybe shift an outlook here, learn something new. And I think it's really time to get honest of the lack of investment here. I just feel it really isn't yielding results. There's no growth here. And I do feel a major wake-up call. I feel a trauma bond here. I feel somebody quickly departing some type of false foundation because there's a lack of inequality. So there's like a full system upgrade. Somebody's calling back their power here, I feel. So let's get one last message from Spirit here for you, if this is your reading. I feel too, while Jupiter was retrograde in Taurus, there was this energy of probably like maintaining the status quo. And so there's a bubble about to get burst. This relationship is here to serve you a lesson, something very important about yourself. So I do feel you're protected. You don't need to worry as something reaches completion, because it really is time to go towards joy. It really is time to heal the past so you can stay fully enjoying the present moment. So you can embrace the future. And maybe you don't know what the future has in store for you yet. But I do feel it's time to maybe go through a realization or an awakening when it comes to where you have compromised yourself just to be connected. So you don't have to be alone, right? There was that aloneness. And so we all have to kind of be alone to deepen the relationship to ourselves. And that is the most important relationship we're going to have in our life, because we have to live with ourselves till the day we die. And that's kind of what I have for a message today, guys. I hope this helped. I hope this resonated. If you would like to book a personal or a soulmate reading with me, check out the description box below. And I do look forward to seeing you all again next time. Thank you.